lovelies. So today I am going to be setting up a new journal sort of from October to however long it lasts, because I've run out of space in my old one. I'm quite excited about this one. I've done a few things different. I've actually filled out the first page, which I've never done before, and I added a little quote. Every day is a fresh start, because I think it's really important to remember that, you can start from scratch. You don't have to bring yesterday with you. If you had a rubbish day and you felt really crappy, that doesn't mean you have to bring it in to the next day. It's a fresh start, it's a fresh day, there's lots of new opportunities, and just go with it. So that's why I put that quote there. So the first page is the index, and I've used the faux calligraphy, and I've left like a little circly highlight bit, because I think that makes a huge difference to the aesthetics of it, I suppose. It just makes it sort of look like it's shining. So it's a small detail that I think makes a big difference. And then what I'm doing here is I am designing a sort of floral edge for the top left hand corner and the bottom right hand corner. I took some inspiration from Shada Campbell. I think that's her name, Shada Campbell. I'll leave a link in the description. And she does all sorts of tutorials. This is going to be an interesting narration because I'm tripping over my words today. But she does loads and loads of tutorials about flower designs and bullet journaling. She's sort of an artistic bullet journaler, and I really, really like some of her spreads. They're really pretty, and she breaks down how to draw things so that it's simple to understand. So I really, really recommend going and checking her channel out if you want to sort of add a little bit more detail and just something a little bit more fancy to your journal. So I've decided to add the flowers because I wanted it to be sort of simplistic but also pretty for the first few pages, because I have sort of stepped back and away from decorations a little bit because I feel like it's distracting me from the actual planning process. So I still want the first few pages to look nice, so I did decorate these, but it is more minimal than I would usually go. The index page is different. I never used to use one, but since I read Ryder Carroll's book on how, the original method of bullet journaling, I've started adding collections and things just randomly throughout my planner. I never used to do that. I'd sort of put them in the back or but this way I'm finding much better, because I just go straight to the page, chuck it all down, and then carry on with my life. Whereas before it'd be like, where am I going to put this? And I need to make it look beautiful. And then eventually I just wouldn't end up putting the spread in because I think that it needs too much planning and preparation and I don't have the time, or I just forget. So now I just chuck it anywhere. So I do need an index. But what I have done is the left hand side of the page is for collections, and the right hand side is for sort of more calendar based spreads. So weeklies, dailies, or the monthlies, or my sort of tracking through the month. Anything like that will go on the right hand side. And I think this is going to be easier for me to find my collections, because I have been finding in my current bullet journal, if I want to go back and find something, it's not easy to find. I sort of have to look through which bits, this is a monthly, wait, no, that's not a monthly, that's a bit from the collection in the monthly. So it was just a little bit too complicated for me. So I've sectioned them off separately because it's just going to make it a lot easier to find. I've also added a notes page for the collections. So what I might do is write whether or not that collection or that page is finished, or if there's any other extra pages or plans that I have for the page, anything like that. And then that way, everything's down and it's tracked and I know exactly what's going on. So I'm just going to finish off the bottom hand page with a few more flowers. This current spread, it's only 3 pages. I've got my index, my yearly view, and then I've got my yearly log to sort of put in any appointments and things. And I also have a page for, I'll tell you about it when we get to it, but it's nice. I really, really like it. So yeah, I'm finishing off these flowers because I do want my journal to be aesthetically pleasing, and I had the time to do it. So I think when I've got the time, I will do it because it just makes it more enjoyable to use. Plus, I know this page is one that I'm going to be going back to quite often for reference. So the pages I know I'm going to be revisiting quite a lot, I think I can put a little bit more effort and time into it because it's just nicer to use. And it sort of encourages me to use my bullet journal. I've said it before, but I'm definitely finding that the simplest spreads that I'm doing are much more aesthetically pleasing just because I have improved my handwriting. It's not necessarily even improved, I just prefer the way it looks now. So it just means that most of the time, any spreads I do, I enjoy because I like the way they look, because they're full of writing and I like the way the writing looks. So I really, really would recommend, if you've got, spare time, take a bit of it to practice your handwriting and make it look how you want it to look. So it has taken me, sort of a year to get to a point where I'm happy with my handwriting, and it's been a lot of practice, but I think it's worth it because now I really enjoy writing. So this page here that I'm doing currently is my year at a glance, just the view of the year. I was thinking maybe I should have started with October and then gone on from there because, the the top half of the page is sort of null and void now. I don't really need it. So it might have been a better idea to start with October and go on through the rest of the year into next year. But I didn't. So I didn't think about it till afterwards. So I still like it. It still works. I've been using a 0.1 micron for most of the writing in this, but anytime I'm doing like the numbers, I tend to use a smaller pen, a 0.05, because I find it easier to fit the numbers in the box and it's just a little bit clearer. However, this pen, the nib was sort of, what's it called? It just wasn't as neat of a tip as it was when I bought it. It's sort of not frayed, but the lines aren't as crisp and clear and even. Sometimes it's thicker and sometimes it's not, but it doesn't matter too much. It's not really bothering me that much. But I would say use a smaller pen when you're writing out all your numbers, if you do write out all your numbers, because it just makes it easier to fit everything in, and I think it looks nicer. It means the page has more white space, which I think makes it look cleaner and crisper. So next here I'm doing my unusual holidays spread, and this isn't one I've ever done before, but I really, really like it. I can't remember where I found the idea. I'm sure it was on a bullet journaling video or a planning video somewhere, but forgive me, I can't remember where I saw it. But there's a website where you can find, random holidays, like May the 4th for Star Wars and stuff like that. And there's really random ones, there's really funny ones, there's really just why? Why? And then there's some really nice ones, some practical ones. So what I did is I went through the year and I picked 2 or 3 days in the month of just random holidays, things that I thought I might like to celebrate, or just things that I thought were a bit funny. And things, I thought like there's one there where it's pizza party day. And I thought that would be a nice tradition to have for me and my boys. Start something new, pizza day. One day of the year where we have a proper pizza party and we make that our little tradition and we celebrate it every year. I thought that would be really nice. Plus it means I can add a few more sort of, not appointments, but events or whatever these are called. Holidays. I can add some more little holidays in my planner because I don't like all the, this is St. George's Day and this is Christmas Day and this is Easter Day, and those are nice, but I'm bored of them now. I want something new and different and interesting. And if I want to, I can change these, every year, because you've got lots and lots of different options for each day if you actually go into the thing. I'll link the website that I got all of these off of, but I'll just read you the ones that I chose. So, January 3rd, Festival of Sleep Day. I sleep a lot now. I've finally come to terms with the fact that I have to sleep every day, sort of around midday, to recharge my batteries. My GP was like, well, just think of it as a phone where the battery runs out a bit quicker than other phones. It just means it needs to be put on charge again. It still works, it just needs extra charging. So that's how I'm thinking of myself. If I need the rest, then I take it and try not to feel too guilty about it. Oh, it's my alarm. I've been working for 30 minutes. Sorry about that. I set a timer to make sure that I'm working for 30 minutes straight and not doing anything else, and then I get a break. So back to reading these. So I've got Clean Off Your Desk Day, Compliment Day, which I think is lovely, Thank Your Mailman Day, we say postman, but Random Act of Kindness Day. I really like March the 4th, March 4th and Do Something Day. Let's Laugh Day, Wear Pajamas to Work Day, Take a Chance Day, Batman Day, Dance Like a Chicken Day, Pizza Party Day, Sewing Machine Day because I'm a seamstress, World Kissing Day, Embrace Your Geekness Day, Happiness Happens Day, Relaxation Day, Positive Thinking Day, which is coming up. Oh, that's today. Positive Thinking Day is today. Hobbit Day, Love Note Day, World Smile Day, International Sloth Day, I can't wait for that one, Tongue Twister Day, World Kindness Day, Eat a Red Apple Day, Day of the Ninja, and Ugly Jumper Day. So I think these will be really fun to acknowledge throughout the months. It'll just make each month, there'll be something to look forward to in each month. I'm thinking about maybe doing a sloth themed spread for October, maybe, but I think it might be a little bit too ambitious, but possibly I might do a sloth theme. But yeah, I just thought these were really, really fun, really interesting, really unusual, and just a great fun little thing to add into your journal, and completely customizable because, as I say, there's loads and loads of different ones that you can choose from. As you can see, I didn't completely fill out the left-hand side of this spread because my hand was killing after I wrote out all the numbers. I hate doing that, but I do go back and fill it in, so you'll see that in the screenshots. Not that there's much to see. So finally, we have the future log. I really like the layout of this one because I've got the monthly calendar view, which obviously means you have to write all the numbers again, which is really annoying. But I really like the way it looks. And if there's anything really important, I can highlight that on the actual calendar just to make sure it's there. I'm going to notice it. And then I've got the horizontal boxes to write in events and stuff. I used to use vertical ones, but I just found it didn't suit my needs. I needed to be able to write, a long lengthways thing to add in notes or anything like that. So that's what I've done. And I've been using my washi tape from Washi Queen to decorate this spread, which isn't something I usually do. I don't usually use washi tapes, but because she sent me some beautiful ones, I've jumped on the washi bandwagon. I'm going to be making a video soon of how to store and organize your washies. I'm really looking forward to that because it's going to be so handy. But yeah, for now, I just did the left-hand side of the page. The reason I only did the left-hand side was because I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to need all the space for February, March, April, and that sort of thing. So I left that while filming this video, but I did go back afterwards and fill it in because then I got a letter from school with some things that needed to be sorted in February, and I thought, well, that's made my mind up, I'm going to add it in. So when I upload the scanned images of these spreads, you'll see it's changed. A few little bits will have changed because I went back and added a couple of drop shadows. I added a few more bits of washi tape here, there and everywhere, and that was it. So I hope you enjoyed this little setup, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!